somewhere where the farmers have been trying to overcome it. So this is the way that they try to overcome their goal, is they're trying to plan when to like plant their crops around the monsoon season. Really?
Yep. The banks of the Nile would flood and leave very fertile soil, and the plants would grow back right after.
Okay.
Yep. But not all places are like that. Trying to remember, there was another area where they had it storms all the time. They had like a monsoon season, and they never knew when to plant. It was always very iffy.
Okay.
So they had a hard time with it. So really, it just depends on the geography, layout of the land.
It does. And the reason why they have these typhoons and monsoons is because, that was another one of your questions, because they have 3 major rivers that run through Bangladesh.
What rivers?
Which cause these, I have them written down, I can't pronounce them, they're like the Ganges, Ganges,
Rhine.
Is that how, Braham, it's like B-R-A-H, it might.
Yeah. The Yangtze goes through China.
Okay. And, there's another one,
I saw Rhine on your website.
What?
R-H-I-N-E. Right?
That might be it. No, Meghana?
These are very traditional sounding of that area.
Okay.
I could maybe try.
Yeah. But anyway, that's why they have all of this flooding. And so what I was going to say was, so you were saying to try to find a goal that fits other goals.
Yeah.
Because I feel like because of all this flooding, their environmental sustainability is obviously terrible. They lose houses, they lose crops, and all sorts of things like that, which in reality would make them more poor.
Right.
And then, if you remember the education page, the reason why some of those kids can't go to school is because they say, if I go to school, I starve. Because by going to school, they don't have the time to work and to sell things to make money.
I know their problem.
What?
No, I can understand their pain.
Oh, you understand their pain because you have to work. That was actually a discussion we talked about in class one time.
Having to work and go to school?
You having to work
hard.
and go to school.
I believe it.
We were talking about how they can, like the C students, I know you're not a C student, but the C students, they might be C students because they have to work.
Yeah. I actually read a study that shows that students who work in college, like 20 hours or less, get better grades than those who don't work in college. Because they learn more about time management. And that's not always with us in general. I could totally see that because they set aside time to focus specifically on their projects. Yeah. But we're totally going off topic.
Yeah.
We're not focusing on Bangladesh here.
Yeah. With Bangladesh, though, I was reading through your website, and I think you're right about monsoons and I forgot what you call it.
Typhoons.
Yeah, typhoons. Yeah. I think you're definitely right about trying to figure out a way to grow crops and not have their buildings destroyed and everything. But I also think one of the main goals that should be set is to improve their education. And like you were saying, a lot of the students can't go to school because they'll starve. And I kind of think it would be neat if there was a way to, I don't know, like teach the kids how to start their own businesses in school so that they can go out. And school could maybe be like just a couple hours every day and just teach them. Because you can learn so much in just a couple hours if you're really being taught. I was homeschooled, I know this from experience.
Yeah.
You can get a lot done in a 2-3 hour chunk of time and learn more than if you were in class for like 7 hours all day. At least me personally, that's how it works. And I feel like they could be taught maybe to start their own small businesses and possibly help them earn more money so that they have more money and can feed their families but still gain at least a small bit of an education at the same time. So I feel like education is a huge part of everything. Later on your website, I was reading about women who are being abused by their husbands. And oftentimes they said that our husbands think that we're stupid and that they're better than us because they know more. And if the women are educated, then they're more on the same level as their husbands, and maybe that they won't put up with that abuse, or their husbands won't feel like they have to abuse them because their wives are at the same level as they are.
So that would be like another point, like fixing one development goal that would help another.
Yeah.
Megan?
I have a quick point to put on your independent business thing with kids.
Okay.
That's gonna cause a lot of competition in the area with the markets that are already there, and you gotta think about the startup cost to even start something like that.
Right.
We do independent businesses here on campus, we have those every semester, I believe so. But this school gives them money, and this is their certain amount of money to do that. If a kid doesn't have any money to start a business, they can't do anything. And then there will be a lot of competition, and a lot of the children will fail, and then don't see the importance of school because they failed.
You have a point there. And I will say that it's not perfectly planned out, but I think there is a way to look at it where it might work. I feel like for that to possibly work, you would need an outside source providing some money for a startup. Possibly, I don't know, just a country who'd be willing to help out with that and help educate the children. But it's not a perfect idea. But I think it's some place we could definitely look at for an idea to start.
And how young are you thinking about having these children start the businesses?
Probably around 12.
Okay.
I
I
mean,
imagine
younger
like
than
5 or
that-
7-year-olds
Yeah.
running
Younger-
around running businesses. I'm like, they're not
Younger
gonna
than
do
I'm
that.
that.
imagining
Yeah,
that too.
younger than that, they're already out on the streets begging.
Yeah.
If there was a way to, I don't know. See, I don't know how to fix it.
Yeah.
It's just an
It's
idea.
hard, but it's an
Yeah.
idea, and then you can work with it.
Yeah.
What you're talking about
Or
is,
maybe give the mothers the power to start their own businesses so that they can have food for their children, so their kids can go to school.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it done in other places, and obviously there's more detail put into it than what I'm stating here, but it worked. And so I'm just thinking maybe if we thought out a solution to it,